Hi guys, today is one of my cat art days and I'm really excited to show you something I made. These two final pop figures. As you can see, they are customized. They do not look super polished, but they are supposed to look kind of like Simon and me. It's my Valentine's Day gift for him. Yeah, so like this is me, but it's a bit more ginger than I am, and Simon doesn't have a beard, but he does have a man bun. Boop! And I want to show you today how I made these and what I needed for it. Now, just to warn you, this was my first ever go at making these, and thanks to my light ADD, I am not very good at just like researching rules and, you know, like how-tos on the internet. I did have a bit of a look at what I might need. I've seen different people using different techniques, and then I just thought, seems like a lot of things work, so I'm just gonna wing it. So the things you will need, I found the blank pop figures on Amazon. They were about £10 each, so not too expensive. Then for the hair, I got the DAS self-hardening clay, or I'm not sure, like air drying clay is probably a good way of calling it. The good thing is, unlike Fimo and similar clays that you have to put in the oven, this self-drying one, you know, obviously is more compatible with, you know, using it with other types of plastic. If you used Fimo or something similar, or, you know, some sort of oven drying polymer clay, the pop figure might actually melt in the oven while you're trying to harden it, so don't do that. For painting these, I use my big collection of acrylic colors from PBO. Yeah, I don't think it's PBO. I think that would not be a good branding. Yeah, I got this this whole huge acrylics collection for painting my little Steven Universe dolls. Now the thing is that not all of these have the same opacity, which is a bit of a problem. If you kind of get used to them and you get more of a feel of, you know, which ones are which opacity. It tells you, like, there's these little squares in these that basically indicate how much opacity each color will give you. But as you will see in the future bits of this video, and as you can see on my dolls right now, like some bits like this green here, I think this green is actually semi-opaque, so this is like 3 layers and you can still see the white under it. So like what I've learned from this process is that maybe you could use a similar color that is more opaque, do like 1 or 2 layers of that, and then if you'd like it to be more like this color, but this one is not opaque, you can layer it over it and you will probably be having a better outcome than I did. The faces, however, I'm really happy about. I did have to use about 3 or 4 layers in some bits on the skin of the faces, but like these are quite nice and unified. I needed a good set of brushes. It's not the most basic one I have, but it's also not very expensive. I just noticed that I kind of needed to, because I was working on 2 dolls at one time, it was great to have 2 or 3 brushes. Some brushes that had a flat top and some of them were thin and long and, you know, had a precise tip, which, you know, obviously each one is better for different things. And yeah, that's pretty much everything you need. I also got some tools for working with the clay, but in the end I didn't really use it much. Like if you just have like a kitchen knife, a butter knife, it will do. Okay, so first of all, I started with, you know, taking these out of the packaging and putting the hair on them. As you can see, it's a bit of a messy job. Your hands will get really dry, and you know, you might not be super happy with how it looks right now. One of the reasons for this is that the clay is actually kind of like dark gray and the dolls are kind of light gray, or you know, kind of like not totally like bright white. And this difference makes you feel a bit uncomfortable, like this is not really going the way you want it to go. But trust me, once the clay hardens, it actually gets a lot lighter because all the water evaporates and it's just dry, and the color is actually really close to the color of the pop dolls. Once the hair is dry, or you know, maybe you want to make some other elements, but I was quite happy with just doing the hair. When the hair is dry, one thing that I thought would be a good idea is to file it down a bit, and this kind of smooths out some of the bits where like bits of clay were connected, where you know, I wasn't too happy with the texture because there were like little cracks. The clay didn't really crack on itself as it was drying, which very pleasantly surprised me. But I still didn't like, you know, some of the work on the hair. You know, if I was thinking more about it as I was making them, it would probably come out looking smoother. But actually, using a normal nail file on the hair bits was quite effective in smoothing things out. I started painting the faces. At first I found out that just one layer just looks totally horrible, but thankfully as I went on I used 2, 3, 4 layers in some bits, and in the end it gave me quite a good effect. It looked very comparable to a bought doll, so I was super excited about it. I think that painting my hair was the biggest challenge. I just felt like I couldn't get it quite right. Thankfully, layering more paint seemed to work really well. You know, the good thing is that as long as you're using the colors that are either semi-opaque or opaque, you can fix mistakes as well. So yeah. After that I kind of, you know, thought about what's typical stuff that Simon wears. You know, he generally wears jeans and like grey t-shirts, and he has this little bracelet that he has from China. He clearly has some sort of emotional connection to this bracelet. I used to hate it. It looked kind of like new agey to me, but the longer I date Simon, the more I realized it's this like symbol of how he's emotionally connected to other people and places, and I find it really sweet. yeah, these are the finished dolls. I'm really happy with them. Like, they're not perfect, but I had, you know, I had a deadline. I had not only, you know, Valentine's Day is actually today, but we were celebrating Valentine's Day on Saturday already, so I had like 3 days less than I thought I would have. Yeah, Simon loved these. We just need to find a safe place for them, because even though I'm quite pleasantly surprised by the sturdiness of the dust clay once, you know, it's dried properly, I'm pretty sure that if the cat bats these and they fall down of the fireplace mantle, they will die. So yeah. As you can see also, like here on the shoes, I tried to use some clear nail polish, which works, but in fact the pop figures you can buy, the original ones, are not really, they don't really have a very shiny finish. They have kind of like a semi-matte finish, so a bit less matte than these, but also not as shiny as this. I am now off to the north, to Aberdeen and slightly beyond, visiting Simon's mum. We're taking the cat with us, so that's gonna be adventurous, because that place already does have 3 cats. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Let me know if you ever get into making your own Funko Pop figures. If you have any tips for other people making these, you know, if you know how to do this a lot better than I just did, let us know in the comments. I think that will be helpful for everyone. And yeah, if you like me, like and subscribe, and I'll be back. Bye guys.